Hello everybody, the Shock and Awe event is finally live, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at all the different things that changed. There's about 10 or 12 different things that they did change throughout the process, so we'll go ahead and check out all of those. If this is your first time to the channel is all about breaking down in-game mechanics, giving you updates, and tips and tricks for Call of Duty. As you can see, we got a new loading menu, so that's pretty cool. They also modified this a little bit. You can see the zombie images and all the rest of the images look a little different. There's kind of like a green hue over everything. They also added this headquarters menu, so you don't have to go to the actual headquarters to pick up your orders and different things like that. You can see they added this special order at the bottom, so make sure you get that. It's a heroic variant of the 1941 Thompson. Here's a look at those supply drops you can buy with armory credits, as well as in the contracts, the stand is available again. So go ahead and make sure you get that if you missed out of that during the winter event. So you can see right here, you just got to get the stand. It costs 4,000 armory credits, was pretty cheap if you don't have it, and we're actually looking to get it. Not sure if it's intentional or it's a glitch right now, but all those drops are actually common drops. They're not rare. You can see right here in the normal collection, they added a few different items to the collection. You can see those items that have zeros right there. Those are all new to the collection. They weren't there previously because I would have items for all those collections. So there's 5, 6, 7, 8, or so different new things to the collection in the standard Operation Overlord collection. They also added 2 new weapons to the collection, so hopefully we'll see these in special orders later on down the road. You can see that one right there is the LMG. Costs about 18,000 armory credits, so if you just really want to get it, it's about a 3-shot kill at all ranges, a little bit slower fire rate than the Lewis, so it's just kind of a weaker Lewis, nothing special to that one. And this one right here is about 22,000 SMG, 4-shot kill range up to 6 depending on. Pretty decent fire range. It seems like it's not a great SMG, it's just a really good SMG, so we'll have to see how that works out. Also with this update, they added tons of new heroic variants, so that would be pretty nice if we actually have more ways to get them, the same way we saw in that order for the Thompson. The Roxy 2, Candy 2, there's tons of other ones. I'm not going to go through all of them, but they did finally add the Duck Soup 2. I still don't have the Duck Soup, so hopefully I'll get lucky and get the Duck Soup 2 before I actually get the Duck Soup. We also have a newly updated headquarters. So when you go into the headquarters, it's going to be all St. Patrick's Day themed. That includes the range as well as, different things throughout the headquarters. They missed a huge opportunity because they didn't actually modify the actual grid ball at all that you could find in the headquarters, so that's the same. Still no weapon paint jobs, but they did add some other things, which I'm going to touch on real quickly. But they did revert the 1v1 pit back to the way it used to be when the game first launched, before they modified it to the second round of 1v1 the way they had it recently. If you're enjoying the video so far, remember to click that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, turn notifications on, follow me on Twitter, sign up for the giveaway. It's completely free. There will be 3 winners at the end of the month. So let's get into the camos and reticles. Those are all updated as well. They added some St. Patrick's Day themed camos. And keep in mind that all the camos that you see are actually weapon specific. So what that means is when you open a supply drop, it'll actually say LMG camo, or a rifle camo, or submachine gun camo. And what'll happen is you might open tons of them for snipers and you never touch snipers. That's just luck of the draw. Here's a look at all the different reticles. So you can see they do have a blue dot again. We do have a blue dot if you are using the standard reflex sight. So we'll see how this looks. I think they just added these are much nicer than getting pistol grips. They're not going to be adding any more pistol grips to the game from what they've said, which is amazing. They diluted the supply drop system with stuff we'll actually use. I'll use a reticle. I will use charms, which we'll check out those right now as well. But I wanted to make sure you went through all the different sights. So the 4x optic sight has different ones than the reflex, has different ones than the lens sight. So these are all the different ones. I'm a fan of the reflex sight. I'm not really a fan of the 4x sight. For me, I don't feel it's as accurate, but it's nice to have all these different options. So let's go ahead and take a look at the lens sight ones, since those are slightly different. And then we'll kind of compare those, see how they look. For the most part, reflex is the way I'm going to go. I've never been a fan of the lens sight either. I just feel like it's too small, but that's obviously just my preference. They also added 51 new weapon charms, so there's tons of different ones. At least that's just the Overlord collection. And then they do have the Shamrock and Awe. There's 2 different ones in that collection as well. And those are both part of the collection that we saw earlier for the 2 weapons. They also added in this weird game mode called Leprechaun Hunt Mosh Pit, where basically you find a leprechaun, shoot him, and it'll actually boost your score streak. And then there's Shipment, which is an older Call of Duty game mode, and this is a mosh pit as well. And that's not available to anyone except for season pass holders until Friday. So once Friday comes out, everyone will have access to Shipment. Another interesting thing they did is they made it you could turn your weapon 360. I didn't mention that earlier in the video, but I did want to touch on that because they did actually buff Chrome Camo as well. They made some slight changes. I don't have Chrome unlocked, so I don't have it personally, but I've seen several posts and the new version looks way better, but maybe still not worth the grind. We'll have to see that. Yeah. The last thing I really want to touch on in the video is talking about the Volk. The Volk actually got a huge nerf. I have to play with it a little bit more to see how it feels. What you're going to see in the background right now is some Volk gameplay from yesterday before the nerf. So what they did is they actually modified the recoil and adjusted the ranges. So I'm going to have to play with it a little bit. STG might be the way to go over the Volk now. It just depends. I have to do a little bit more in-hand testing. And that wraps up the video. If you did enjoy what you saw today, go ahead and remember to click that like button. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. If you watched a couple of my videos, you should subscribe because obviously you like my content. And then go ahead and make sure you got those notifications on. Follow me on Twitter. Fill out that giveaway to make sure you got an opportunity to win. You get 4 entries for every person, so don't miss out on that. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.